The history of jet skis is part of the Wake of Fame Awards, which chronicles the history of jet skis and the people involved. Bob Phares is a 2015 inductee. Bob grew up in Lakewood, California and graduated from Mayfair High School in 1965. He worked for Lakewood Recreation Department while in school, but his first job after a paper route was as a ballroom dancer and instructor. He worked in this capacity from 7th grade on through high school. He lettered in football, wrestling, and baseball. In college, Bob studied math and recreation and later took electronics engineering classes while at Cerritos College. Upon college graduation, he worked for IBM as a repair technician. He worked for Uncle Sam during the Vietnam era with an A-4 squadron in the United States Navy. He rode motorcycles and surfed since his early teens, racing motocross almost every weekend. In 1969, Bob went to work for Kawasaki Motors Corp, known as KMC. He worked in the parts department and became the first accessory salesman for the company. In 1976, he became a district manager in sales covering Northern California. In the summer of 1972, while partying at the Colorado River, Bob saw a jet ski for the first time. He followed that craft in his boat one morning back to where it had launched. There he met Gordy Garant, Bob McCord, and Norm Harris at Fox's Landing and learned that it was KMC that was testing these new jet skis. The next weekend, he was allowed to borrow a jet ski from the test team, and he and Steve Strickland went to Pine Flat Dam in Central California. They only got a few hours out of the jet ski when it broke an exhaust pipe, but that's all it took for Bob to be hooked for life. In 1974, he bought a 1973 ABV hull. He worked on outside services doing testing on weekends, and when he learned a sales and marketing division was opening up for the Kawasaki jet ski, he moved back to Southern California. He wanted to be in place, and in 1976, when Bill Gray started the new division, Bob was hired as a jet ski marketing specialist. Bob traveled all over the United States. He helped with rental agencies, conducted demos, did boat shows, taught celebrities how to ride, and worked with the startup of race organizations. He was in the film used for dealers to be in this Kawasaki Good Times Theaters, which you're watching right now. In 1978, he was selected to be on the posters and advertising materials for the next 4 years. He became the face associated with the product. He raced a few early events, including the first ever jet ski race in Mission Bay, San Diego, California, and trophied. He raced and finished second in his class at the 1978 Newport National and second in the 1980 Lincoln Nations Finals in slalom. He also announced the Oklahoma National in 1979, the Lincoln National Finals in 1980, and finally the Nation Championships in 1983 at Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Bob was inducted into the IGSBA Hall of Fame in 2014. He has ridden since 1972 and he still has 3 jet skis. A JS440 SS replica of his 1977 race ski, and a JS550 SX Reed motor. The third jet ski is a JS400 hull of the year 1974, which only has 10 hours on it. It's a completely original, mint, unrestored, and in perfect condition. He claims his greatest accomplishment was being lucky enough to get to do all these wonderful things and be able to meet and become friends with some of the best people that have helped to grow this sport. I've skied with the best riders our sport has known and have enjoyed every minute, states Bob. Bob lives in Folsom, California with his beloved wife of 33 years. They have 2 wonderful sons, Matt and Brian. Matt, now at the age of 44, manages a couple of bicycle shops in Humboldt County, California, and Brian, who is 32, is in solar energy. Please visit thewakeoffame.org for more information or look us up on Facebook to discover more profiles of our Wake of Fame recipients. We're really honored to have Bob in our first induction group, and we're really looking forward to hearing more stories as he shares the history of jet skis with everybody. Thanks a lot, and congratulations, Bob.